Hey everyone, just letting everybody into the meeting here. I'm on my phone again because I forgot to I on my computer it's my passwords. I can't remember what my password is. So can you guys hear me okay? Angela, can you hear me okay? Hmm.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. I just want to make sure. I'll try to make sure I fix this before our next call. It's been 3 weeks now. Um, But anyhow, I have a lot of great stuff to go over with everybody today, and looking forward to everybody's wins and how everybody's doing overall. I'll keep monitoring the room here as people are let in. But as we, start out every Monday, and hopefully you guys were able to be on the call on Friday, the wealth building call. I'm going to ask you guys to sort of give me a rundown because I wasn't on the call and I didn't watch the replay. A bunch of us were out at the Tony Robbins event, which, my God, if you guys can do this next year with us, it's life changing. So we'll go over that later. But any wins from the past week? You guys have anything good stuff going on? Any closings? Any listings? Any new assignments?
I have
Okay.
a
Oh,
couple
go
wins.
ahead.
More so just um, with REOs, just kind of picking up on the construction part of it and getting those things together and kind of learning how to deal with some that are missing more parts in the house than I imagined.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you never know what you're getting into with that, but it's a process, and I know I think everybody on this call can will probably tell you the same thing. Once you sort of get involved with an REO and you love it, and it's something you want to just continue to focus on and do more of. I think in today's day we have to be diversified somewhat. Some people don't, but I think for the vast majority of the agents, probably 90% uh, or more, have to have that diversification where they have business coming in all different directions. But I think with our group, I think we can help keep that moving forward. And we're going to talk a little bit today about battle planning and future planning, because now that we're into pretty much the end of the year. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of parties to go to, a lot of events to attend. We have Thanksgiving coming up next week. Hell, I have jury duty next week. So we have all this stuff coming up at the end of the year that it's going to take up a lot of our time. But we have to be thinking about January 1st, January, the month of January. What are we going to do to keep the wind behind our sails? So thanks for sharing that, Sean. And any other wins for the week? Somebody else was getting ready to say something.
That was me.
Oh, hey, Helen.
Yeah. Hi. We have 3 closings this week, so busy week for us.
There you go.
Yeah.
When you say we, is it your daughter and you, or you and Paul? And
Yeah, pretty much Lindsay.
okay,
Paul's like
good.
the background. But no, Lindsay's I've kind of got her on all my listings with me so she can,
That is
see how
fantastic.
all of this works. Yeah.
Lindsay, I want to see you at Tony Robbins next year. I mean, there was so many young people there. I probably there was 15,000 people in the arena. We were in the Prudential Center in Newark, and he had another 7,000 people doing it virtually. And by the way, in January they have a free Tony Robbins, like a 3-day, 3 hours a day thing that you can do. But probably the vast majority of people in the arena were under 40. And then a whole bunch of people under 30. So it was a great event, and we'll talk a little bit more about it during the call. But any other wins for the past week? Angela, you're itching to say something.
Well, I've got offers on 4 of my properties, just waiting for them to get seller signed.
There you go. There you go. How many people have listings right now on the call? Just a show of hands. Okay, pretty much everybody I can see that has their cameras turned on. That's awesome. So it's great to be rolling with you guys and coming towards the end of the year, end of 24. I remember the first newsletter I put out in 24 was basically, let's have a banner year. And as far as production goes for the group, we're at 250 million for the year. So now we may even hit 300. I mean, it's very, very, it's going to be very, very close. And our target was 200 million. So we far surpassed that. So, well, any other wins for you guys? I'm looking at my notes here. Any other wins for anybody in the group?
So I had a closing last week from one of my pyramid properties and finally got that one closed. And then I have a Zoodealio meeting with a seller that I'm trying to get settled with them. But yeah, everything was kind of
Good.
busy.
Okay, so Texas is doing well for everybody, it sounds like.
Yeah, so far.
Okay, all right. Well, Houston's definitely on my radar to get down to there in the next 6 months. Larry and I have some battle planning that we want to do, some things that we talked about at the conference, and just things to make the group go better. We have a couple of asset management companies that are coming on board. I should be able to make that announcement within the next week or so, and I'm hoping to have Darren having a call with us soon. I texted him this morning, didn't get back to me. I know he's traveling. I didn't realize that November was such a huge month for him travel wise, but a lot of these clients that he's working with are wanting to get last minute meetings in for the year, and talk to him about different things that are going on. So we're really trying to ramp up the opportunities. And with that being said, we also need more agents and more coverage areas around the country. So if you're talking to anybody, put them on my line so that I can have a conversation with them about ADR and see if the group would be a fit for them. So, any other wins? Any other stuff going on? All right. Well, as far as the newsletter goes, this past week it was definitely I wrote it on Tuesday, knowing that I would be pretty much totally immersed in a seminar Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I put some final touches to it at Sunday morning for about 5 minutes. So it wasn't my best newsletter, but there were a couple good articles, a couple good videos that you guys could get some benefit out of. I've definitely made it my goal to listen to at least 30 minutes of something business related every day. There's so much on the internet. There's so much on YouTube. So many different things that you can watch and listen to. By the way, I get all my information from a couple different channels on YouTube. One is the EXP YouTube channel, which is really good. The other one is Brent Gove. I listen to Brent Gove probably at least 2 or 3 times a week. Brent Gove is one of the top agents in all of EXP with over $1 million in monthly revenue share. So he's got a lot of good stuff going on. Espresso Agent is another one that I get a lot of information from. Wake Up Real Estate. These are a few EXP guys that do a monthly or do a bi-weekly, two times a week. They have a newsletter come out, and it's a video newsletter. It's all YouTube related. And then Larry, I put all of Larry's stuff up on our YouTube channel. So we have 2 YouTube channels. We have the ADR YouTube and we have the group YouTube. The group YouTube it's open to anybody if they have the link, but I don't publicize the link. I don't make it available to everybody. You're welcome to let people, watch it. It basically has our Monday calls, our agent attraction calls, and trying to think what else. That's pretty much it. That's on that YouTube. But on the ADR YouTube, I put Larry's wealth building calls on that one. I think I still have to do last week's. I haven't uploaded that yet, or maybe I did. And then we do the monthly ADR REO mastermind call. Jeff Russell also has his own monthly mastermind call. He doesn't record that one, but it's a really good one. It's a nuts and bolts. Ask questions. We get information from different people about what's going on in different parts of the country. But what's going on in California might not have made it to Atlanta or Georgia, but it's going to get there eventually. So, being ahead of the curve is really important. It's better to know where things are going than where things have been, but you want to know where things are at. So, be in the present, but also be planning for the future. So, and we also have the REO and the relocation certifications going on this month, and I think part of December. Don't quote me on that, but if you look at the newsletter, we have the schedule is there. All you have to do is click on the link. It'll bring up a calendar. and you can basically see exactly what's going on with Revenos. The way Revenos works, it's EXP's own management company, sort of like ADR, but they have their own clients that they work with. They have a lot of opportunities, but you have to be certified, you have to be on their list, and you have to be sticky with them. So it's a really good idea to be reaching out to Dawn used to be there, Cindy Nixon, and anybody else that's involved with the Revenos program. I know Cindy's the only one that I know on a personal level, but we do have other what I want to say, people that are in charge of the group. So just know who they are. You'll learn when you're on the mastermind calls who the people are to reach out to. I'll try to also put together something for an upcoming newsletter, maybe giving you information on how to reach out to them. The best way to reach out to them, again, is the workplace chat group. You can find their name on workplace chat. By the way, when you're in workplace chat, you find an agent or find a person, it'll tell you where they're at in the hierarchy of EXP. So if you typed in Glenn Sanford, you'll see he's founder of the company. And then below him, you'll see people like Leah Parajwa. You'll see people like, I can't think of his name right now, but you'll see who's underneath Glenn. And then whoever's underneath Leo, who his managers are, his executives are, you'll see who they are. So you can see where everybody's at in the organization at any one time. So check it out. Just pull up some people's names. If you pull me up, you'll just see that I'm an agent under Pennsylvania, under my brokerage. Jennifer Brockwell is my broker, so you'll see me under her. So EXP is very well organized. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. So it's very well organized. So I went over the newsletter, REO certifications that are going on. Make sure you get those. I am working to pull together a call with Darren. I'm hoping this week, probably next week, probably next Tuesday, but we'll see. I'm hoping to do it just during either right before the agent attraction call, during the agent attraction call, or during this call. I just have to hear from him first. I know this week he was traveling, and he might be traveling today. That's why I haven't heard from him yet. This Thursday, we have two important calls. The ADR mastermind call. It's open to anybody that's an REO. This is a good event to invite people to. If the link is in the newsletter, if you're not sure about it, reach out to me. I'll get you the link. But it's actually the same link you used to get onto this call today. One thing I've tried to do is consolidate all of my Zoom calls into one link, which is this one. Now, Emily does her onboarding with new agents. She has her own Zoom, so she has her own room that she brings people into. So if you're looking to do, if you need an update on your onboarding, if you're not sure about what to do here, what to do there, you want to get another call with her. She does it weekly. She does two, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday. The one on Tuesday is with Regina Moore. The one on Thursday is just with Emily. But if you need to have a refresher, just get the link from her. It's in the newsletter again. But if you need to reach out to her, reach out to me and I'll get that over to her. So before I talk about the event this weekend, which I just want to give a 5-minute overview of what went on, anything that you guys need on your end?
I've got a quick question.
Go ahead.
I've been working on my certifications with Zoom. And is EXP a diverse company? Is it veteran owned or women owned or anything like that?
I don't think it is, because we're one franchise nationwide, but you could certainly reach out to Cindy Nixon with Revenos, because she could tell you everything you need to know about what our certifications, what our designations are as EXP. And when I say that, typically small businesses are the ones that are veteran owned, that are minority owned. We're 70,000 agents nationwide. Of course, we have veterans. Of course, we have a diverse workforce of agents that are out there. But I don't know that we have that designation. which it helps with government contracts, certainly to have those designations. But if you are able to, I know Washington State, this is not something that you can do, but Florida, it might be something you can do, is to have be a designated broker and also a associate broker, where the designated part could be your veteran, your women owned, your minority owned type of designation. I know California does this. I don't know that Jeff and Kelly do that with theirs. I don't know if they have a designation, although I think Jeff might have a heritage, so he might be able to dive into that. But Kelly might be doing it with as a woman. But there are ways to do it, but maybe not through EXP directly. But I would say find a way to get that designation and be set up that way if you can. It definitely helps. Okay, did you guys get some chatting going on there? Okay. Any other?
I wanted to answer Angela's question real quick. I don't know specifically about the designation, but a lot of the information that Xome is requesting, they already have, just from us being at EXP. So when you respond or upload some of your things, say you're an EXP agent, and then sometimes they'll go ahead and push it through that way. That's how I had to do it.
Yeah, Dalton and I are both in the process of doing the Xome certifications for Florida. I've already been accepted in Washington, but thank you for your input, everybody.
Yeah, and I know Ed Kowalski has it in Baltimore, so you could reach out to him as well. Yeah, it's just a matter of not taking no for an answer and keeping the process going. It's we all have our businesses that we're trying to expand and grow, and the only way we're going to get better at this and get more expansion is by getting involved in more plots and more networks. So I think that's good to be working on that. Anything else from you guys right now? So I don't know has anybody ever heard of a woman? Her name is Jamie Kern Lima. Anybody heard of a company called It Cosmetics? I didn't either, but apparently it's a $1 billion company. And Jamie Kern Lima was a waitress at Denny's maybe 20 years ago, and she got this idea that she wanted to be a newscaster. So she got her qualifications, and she was a newscaster in the state of Washington. I'm not sure which. It might have been a smaller town, but eventually she started her own cosmetics company called It Cosmetics and sold it to L'Oreal in 2016 for $1.2 billion. So she's the real deal. I mean, she's got a lot going on. She has her own podcast now. She has hosts like Oprah Winfrey on her podcasts, and and Ellen DeGeneres, and other notable people. But the point I'm trying to make with this is that she got her start by going to a Tony Robbins event when she was still a waitress at Denny's. She saved up her tip money to be able to afford a ticket that was like $300 to sit in the back row of the 10,000 person stadium, wherever she was at. And she just absorbed the information, and more importantly, she executed on it. So there was 12 of us at the event this weekend. Jeff and Kelly were there. Larry was there with me. A couple of our other agents in our group were there, and then some other people that Larry knew were there. So there was 12 of us there. And through the event, it was a lot of information was presented. But the big takeaway I got from the event was the emotional aspect that Tony Robbins takes you through. He just give you information, because information is good. We need information, but until it becomes a part of you, until this information becomes something that you can just execute on with the push of a button or the change of a thought, is when it really becomes powerful. So I'm not saying that I'm going to become this next Jamie Kern Lima person, but I think that with our group and that the power that we've started, the momentum that we've started to create with everybody on our group and everybody that's even not on the call today, but still in our group, we have under Darren and myself, and then, under Larry, I mean, we have 700, almost 800 agents that are working together with us. I know Darren and I think we're like 160, and that's after 2 years. So this is attainable for anybody on this call. But more importantly, whatever your goals are for real estate or not real estate, maybe you have some side hustles that you're doing too besides real estate, they're definitely attainable. But the only way that you're going to get there is by knowing what you want and putting together a plan to get there and measuring along the way as you get to that particular plan. So we started in the month of November talking about the importance of a battle plan. How many people have started to think about what their battle plan is going to be next year? Okay, good. So that's the first part. So get it in your head, start to formulate it. Now, the next step is to get it on paper. So what I want to challenge everybody to do is between now and the end of between now and the end of November, at least get together a draft. This would be your draft for 2025. And I wouldn't make it complicated, just make it simple. Pick 3 things that you're going to do in addition to what you're doing now that are going to get you to that next level. And maybe you're already doing all the right things, but maybe you just have to do it at a higher level. So being good in real estate really isn't good enough. Being great in real estate really isn't good enough, because you're not going to get paid for being great. You're going to get paid for being outstanding. So we really have to get to the point where if you're in a community, you're the most outstanding person in that community in this particular area. And you really have to start to develop that particular mindset. And these are things that we learn at the seminar. So good isn't good enough. Great isn't good enough. I mean, to be great, you're going to be paid good. That's just the way the world is today. You're not going to, if you're good, you're going to get paid. You're not going to get paid enough to even survive if you're good enough. I mean, it's good enough if you have a license. If you have a license to practice real estate, you're good. You're great because you're on these calls and you're in our group, because now you've gotten to that next level of doing more business. But you really need to get to the point of being outstanding. And that means something different for everybody. It doesn't have to be outstanding where you're making, X number of dollars, because you could be making X amount of dollars and you could be having X amount of overhead that equals the X amount of dollars. So you're really not making any money. So we really have to all get to that point of being outstanding. And I think putting together a battle plan is that first step. So just to know, we're here to help you guys with that. I know Larry's going to be talking about this in his wealth building calls on Fridays. This is going to be the impetus of what he talks about over the next 7 weeks between now and the end of the year. So I encourage you to be on those calls, or if you can't be on those calls, watch the replays. But if you want to have a call with me or Larry, just reach out to me via email. My email is ebengal@adr-usa.com. But everybody should know what that is. Just go to the newsletter too. You can find my email. You can find my calendar very easily. If you don't know what it is, call me. I'll get it to you. But between now and the end of November, I really want to challenge everybody on this call and everybody in the groups in general who may not be on the call but might be watching the replay, to draft out your battle plan for 2024. And then the month of December, you want to refine it and really nail it down. Start with a goal, start with where you want it, start with where you're at, then start with where you want to be, and then just close that gap. So you're here, you want to be here. What do you need to do to be able to get to that next level? So that's all I want to talk about today. I think everybody has a busy week planned. It's the week before Thanksgiving, so we want to basically set this week up with incredibleness, so that next week we can have a couple of days with our families or our friends or whoever we want to spend time with, and just just let it out there, just be ourselves for a couple of days, and then get back into it the week after. Work really hard until the holidays. Maybe take another little breather, get away, go take a vacation, get out of town, get out of Dodge, or do something around the town and your house to do those things that make you get hungry for making even more of a difference in people's lives in 2025. So with that, I'll just end off. But if there's anybody that wants to add anything, just go ahead, and we'll end off here as soon as you guys are ready. All right, guys. Well, go change the world. Remember, tomorrow we have our attraction call. It's a different time. We scaled it back to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Pacific time. the 9:30 wasn't working for me. It was just too late in the day, so we scaled it back. So it's 8 a.m. Pacific time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern time. Try to be on the call. We're going to bring up a lot of good Tony Robbins stuff tomorrow at the Agent Attraction call, because everything that we do that relates to communication, you know, it was drilled into our heads over the past 4 days. And I'm so grateful to have been able to attend with Larry and Jeff and Kelly and the other agents in our group. And next year, I'm hoping to bring about, you know, more of you guys along with us. I think it's going to be in California next year. And if you can't do that, you know, we'll put information about the January event, which, you know, it's still going to be good. It's any information you guys can glean from other people that have done this, that have created wealth, have created big organizations. Even if you don't want a big organization, you have a small organization, it's you and a couple other people, or it's just you, make that the best it can be and make it outstanding. And that'll get you to where you want to be. So, all right. See you guys tomorrow at the Agent Attraction call, and be on Jeff's call here in 4 minutes. So talk to you soon.
Thanks, Eric.
Okay, you're welcome. See ya.